Welcome to the first pick a card tarot reading on my channel. Today we're using pop culture cards. We have Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Disney villains, and the Golden Girls. And with each of them we have a Brittany Oracle. So take a minute, think about which deck or which card you want to use. And timestamps will be in the description. Buffy, Disney villains, and the Golden Girls. Hello, group one. So you chose Buffy. And I've already pulled your cards. Once I get it set up, you'll actually see me shuffling and all that. But for right now, I've already pulled your cards. And let's talk about your underlying energy here. Because your underlying energy and your center of the reader really work really well together. So your underlying energy is the Three of Pentacles. You need to work with the universe, you need to work with your guides in order to make everything happen. And since this is your underlying energy, it is very possible that you are working with your guides right now, that you are working with your deity, your angels. And the world suggests that there's a major closure coming for you. Something big is is coming to a close. This could be the end of a cycle. This could be the end of one of your life's books. When I say that, what I mean is, I know a lot of people subscribe to like, oh, this is just a new chapter. I believe that our lives are written in books. And so your new book could be coming here. So the card you actually chose was the Fool, and your oracle is the Forest Fairy. And so the Forest Fairy is telling you, hey, it's time to come back to this childlike wonder. Paired with the Fool, you need to take something of a almost immature, like you're gonna feel like, oh, I'm too old to do this. This is not right. This is not something I should be doing. But Spirit is saying, do it. Because this end wants this beginning to come in. To that end, we have the Hermit, the Empress, and the Three of Stakes. It's okay to be wise, it's okay to be alone and use your wisdom to think about things, but make sure you're staying true to yourself. Make sure you're nurturing yourself. Because if you're not nurturing yourself, if you're not nurturing your wisdom, you can't start moving. And what really wants to come in here is you need to start moving towards this beginning, this childlike, almost immature, very young, I'm getting like a really just lighthearted new beginning, which means this ending that you're going through, that you're working with the universe and the angels to come to an end, it was probably very heavy. It was probably very harsh. We have stakes, the world. I'm sorry. We have the Eight of Stakes, the world, and the Four of Stakes. Think about what a win means for you. Because this end is coming in really quickly. And what you're being called to do here with the Four of Stakes is to kind of contemplate what it is you want. What is it that you want in a new beginning? What would make you feel the best? And as you start to think about this, as you start to see your end, you can start to say, oh, okay, I can see why this end is coming in so fast now. And it's because it's what I want. It's because that's what I've been building towards all this time. Now, some of you, this could be a relationship. Stakes are, in traditional decks, they're wands. So there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of fiery energy. So for some of you, this is definitely the end of a relationship. Maybe it's run its course. Maybe you guys need to kind of take some time apart and think about things. But on the other hand, this could be a job too. Maybe you're really just like, oh my god, I hate my job and I want to go do something else. This is where the nurturing of your wisdom and charting your path really comes in. Because only you're going to know for sure if this is a relationship or work. This is a collective reading, so I can't, I can't tell you what it is for you. If you want a one-on-one reading, head on over to my Patreon, The Tarot Detective, and you can book a personal reading with me. But here, this end is definitely something that you were once passionate about. And it feels like that passion has just kind of left. And that's why you need this new beginning. King of Skies, Page of Chalice, and the Knight of Stakes. These are all court cards here, so these are different people. Let's start with the Page of Chalice. Chalices are cups in the traditional deck. So this is someone where, a page to me means you've done it before. Maybe you're thinking about getting back with your ex. Maybe you're thinking about, back when I was with this person. This is a very immature energy here that I'm picking up on. It doesn't mean the person is immature, but I think that the relationship wasn't quite what you wanted it to be. It didn't quite live up to your expectations. And so you were like, okay, maybe that's not the right relationship for me. And then you're thinking about the Knight of Stakes. You're thinking about someone who's a little bit older, someone who maybe comes to you and says, hey, I like you. I would really like to see where we can go with this. And you're like, well, I don't know, like, maybe I can give you a chance. But again, it goes back to being wise. Use your wisdom if this is your ex, use your wisdom for this person, whoever it is, if it's someone new coming in, or, I don't know why I keep hearing this is a friend. Maybe a friend has a crush on you, and they come to you and say, hey, I've really liked you for a very long time. Can we try it? If we're looking at this as a job, this could be a past job that, maybe instead of like, hey, are you free? We'd like to bring you back. This could be a new job offer. Doing something that you never really saw yourself doing. But up here, the King of Skies, he's very mature, very wise. If we're looking at this as a love interest, this is the one you want. This is what you've been holding out for. And in this deck, before I shuffled, I'm 99% sure he was the one who ended the deck. So again, that goes right along with the world here. This could be your lasting love. If this is a job opportunity, this could be your last boss. He could be like, hey, stick with me. I really want to take care of you. I really want you to be successful here. And you're like, well, this job sucked. It didn't do anything for me. I'm going to give you a try, but I'm skeptical. And he wants you to be skeptical. He wants you to be like, oh, I want you to question everything. I want you to be very uncertain here, because once I prove myself, then I'm going to have earned your loyalty rather than you just giving it to me. In our diagonal here, we have the Hermit, the World, and the Knight of Stakes. Use your wisdom, spend some time alone, and think about things as this ending comes around. Because there's been a lot going on. And once the circle is broke, you're going to get some news. You're going to get something that you really want to hear, that you really want to know. And it's going to make you feel very good. It's going to make you feel very fulfilled. And before we go, we're going to pull your last card. I know it was in reverse. I don't read reversals because that can be human error. Everything is going to end with meditation. The Four of Skies, you need to stop and think about what it is you want. Think about where it is you're going. What is going to make you feel the best? Because that's all that's going to matter, to be honest. So work with the universe for this ending. Make sure you are thinking about things, even if it seems foolish, even if it seems like, oh, that's something a child would do it, because it's going to end in something just really, really beautiful. And that is just so great to me. Hi, Pile 2. I just wanted to let you know that I had to pull your cards already because I don't have a setup yet, but when I do, you'll see me shuffling and all that good stuff. So unlike Pile 1, we're going to look at these two cards first. You have Showstopper and the Four of Cups. This reading is all about change. This group is all about going through some sort of change, a big change. So the Showstopper, it talks about how Britney's VMA performances have always kind of set a new era or set a new path for her. Like when she kissed Madonna, when she performed I'm a Slave for You with the snake. This has always been where she kind of sets that kind of ground, sets the theme for the ensuing months. And with the Four of Cups, that talks about you getting an offer. It's not an offer you necessarily have to take or necessarily even want. But these two cards coupled together tell me that there's an offer coming in and you're going to have to really make a decision. And that decision is going to change your life, whether you like it or not. And I think some of you will obviously go with a good change, and some of you will go with a bad change. This is like I told group 1, this is a collective reading. I can't zero in on everyone's energy. If you want a personal reading with me, head on over to my Patreon, The Tarot Detective, and you can book one there. But yeah, there's an offer coming in that's going to change your life. And that's really going to set the tone for the next few years for you. And in the middle of your read, you have the Page of Wands. This is a new beginning that's very ambitious. This is very career oriented, I feel. It could be love, but that's not what I'm picking up right now. I'm definitely this is a new beginning for you, something you've done before. So if it is love, it could be you going back to an ex. If this is a career thing, this could be a past job coming back and saying like, hey, we really need you back. What would it take? Or maybe it's not the same company, but it's something you've done before, something where you're really comfortable. And with the Seven of Swords, you're being encouraged not to look backwards anymore. It's not win or lose. You guys chose the Disney villains. And a lot of times the villains just plow forward, and that's kind of the message here is keep moving forward. Don't look at the past, because that's going to trip you up. That's going to lead you into a trap. But if you keep moving forward, then you're going to get the glass slipper. You're going to get what you really, really want out of this. And looking at your columns, we have the Chariot, the Five of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So there's some news coming in. This could be something that is emotional for you. Cups usually do signify some sort of emotion. This could be about love. This could be about work. Because a lot of people do love their work. Maybe a beloved coworker passed or something. But you're being encouraged not to look at what you've lost and look forward to where you're going, because you're already on this track. And that's one thing that I really want to stress here is you're already on the track to this offer. You're already You're already heading there. Now, is there a way you can stop? Of course, the Chariot is just a vehicle. It's just a car, and, nothing is unstoppable. But I don't think it's likely, and I don't think you really want to stop this. In column 2, we have the Nine of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Tower. Again, this pile is all about change. It's been so long since I've seen a Disney movie, but the villains don't really change. The heroes kind of do. But with the Tower, I don't read the Tower like other readers do. Other readers are like, oh my god, it's so unexpected. It's going to shock you. No. I do not subscribe to that. They're not wrong for reading how they read, and I never want to come across like that. But what I do want to say is you do see it coming. You do know, not in one of my other decks, there's like lightning coming down. And I think in most decks there's like some sort of lightning. You see the lightning. You know that your shelter could be struck. You just don't think it's going to happen. So you know it's a possibility. You know that there's a possibility that you're going to get an offer. An offer to go back, or an offer for something new. You just don't think it's going to happen to you because you're in your head. You're thinking, oh my gosh, like, I'm stuck here. I have to stay here. I have to deal with this. I have to, whatever that looks like for you. And that's not the truth. The truth of it is, you know that there could be an offer for a new beginning. You just have to get out of your head. You have to slay the demon and say, you know what? I am good at what I do. Or, again, if this is about love, I am worthy of someone who respects me. I am worthy of someone who wants to put in the time to be with me. In our last column, we have the Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So whereas a lot of this reading has been one or the other, column 3 feels like both to me. It feels very much like both. Because you're starting to unstick yourself, you're starting to see a victory. And one thing I want to say with the Six of Swords is, a lot of times people will say, oh, well, you're alone in the Six of Swords. You're meditating, you're whatever, you're kind of savoring that victory. You're never really alone. Because if you look at all the cards, there's always someone there, some sort of companion, whether it's a person or an animal or something. There's always another energy around because you're never completely alone. You have people in your energy field from your soul tribe, from the people in your life, and all of that. When we're looking at the Eight of Cups, to me, the Eight of Cups just talks very much, again, about moving, about changing. You're heading towards what it is you want. You're heading towards this new job, this new love, this new relationship. And, I know I read aces and pages differently. Aces are brand new. Pages are something you've done before. When I say new, it doesn't necessarily have to be a new person that you're in a relationship with, right? Like, you can go back to an ex and it's still a new relationship if both of you have changed, if both of you have evolved. And the Page of Cups says, if this is an ex that you're going back to, there has been evolution. There has been change on both sides because both of you were kind of like, I really love that person. I really want them to be in my life. But we couldn't maintain what we were doing, right? So in this column, it's all about savoring that win. Savoring the change that's coming. Savoring that feeling. In your diagonal, you have the Chariot, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Cups. So you're moving towards two new beginnings. One could be job, one could be romance. And again, the job could be something you've done before. It could be with the same company that you worked with before. I'm not saying it has to be. And this could be with an ex. If it's not an ex, if this is not an ex-lover, then it is definitely someone already in your life, a friend or maybe a crush, um, maybe even someone who you've had a more adult-oriented um, relationship with. And just for the final, we're gonna pull one more card. I don't read reversals because I believe that they can be human error, and the context of the reading will tell me. Justice. This change has to happen because you need justice. Things need to become more balanced for you. Things need to be a little bit more fair. Thank you for watching. Hello, those of you who chose group 3 or the Golden Girls group. This is your reading. I think we're gonna do like we did with group 1, and we're gonna start here in the middle and then talk about your underlying energy and then get to the cards that were drawn for you. So in the middle of your read, you have the Six of Wands. Enjoy a victory. It may not feel like a lot. It may feel like, oh, I didn't really do anything special, whatever, but you need to enjoy it because you're lacking some balance right now. Balance is the big thrust of this reading, so to speak. Whereas the other groups could have been love or career, you are both. You are love and career. You can kind of see that here with Sophia holding the cup and then all the wands surrounding her. You need balance between work and love. That is that. And here, again, you have the cups and you have the swords. Your underlying energy is the Four of Swords. You need to meditate on this balance. You need to meditate why you are more focused on one rather than the other. Excuse me. In this case, you're more focused on the logical. You're more focused on work. So currently you could be focusing a lot on work and making sure you're making that money and making sure you're bringing everything in. Here you might be a little bit more focused on love. Because your back is turned to the wands. Wands are passion and could definitely be speaking about work or love. But what I'm picking up here is your back's to work and you're focusing solely on love. So right now you're focusing almost solely on work because they're more prevalent. Love is kind of in the background. But in the middle of here, you're kind of shoving work to the background. And Spirit is saying, no, you need more balance. Yes, savor the love. If you just got into a relationship, or if there's something new going on in your relationship, maybe you just got engaged, or you just got married, or you're having a baby, or you just started dating somebody, definitely celebrate that. But remember that life is about balance. To that end, our Brittany Oracle is the professional. It talks about getting the job done, putting in the work, putting in the time to make things a little bit more special. And then you have Justice, making things fair, making sure things are balanced. So put in the work to make sure things are balanced. Put in the work to make sure that your partner is not feeling neglected and your work is not feeling neglected. King of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. So if you can kind of find this balance between work and love and maturity and all of those fun things, there's some really great stuff coming in for you. The King of Swords, again, talks very much about someone being very mature, very wise, ready to get the job done, ready to do whatever needs to be done. Ace of Cups to me speaks about a brand new relationship, something that just kind of flows in and really makes you smile, really makes you happy, particularly when it's coupled with with the Nine of Cups, rather. So this relationship could be everything that you've wished for. This whole row here is all about what you've been wanting, what you've been craving, what you've been... The strawberries on top of the cheesecake, You know what I mean? Like, this is just what you've been really, really wanting. And it's all yours. You just have to make sure that you're staying balanced. You're staying true to yourself and putting in the time at work, putting in the time in your relationship. The Star, the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Again, you can see here, she's Blanche is watering the pond for some reason, and also watering the flowers. She's putting in the work. She's putting in time with both, and that's why everything's aligning for her. She's gonna get this victory where she gets to focus on her love. She gets to have that weekend away. She gets to whatever, and she gets to feel like the Queen of Cups, very confident, very, her emotions are not getting ruffled. She's not getting spooked. This is all about her feeling really, really good. And that's what's gonna happen for you. Once you find the balance, you're gonna get this victory and you're gonna be like, oh, there's nothing I can't do. I, you know, I don't need to worry about this. I got it. This is something where I don't need to stress about it. I don't need to stress out my partner's feeling neglected. They know they're not. I don't need to worry about work thinking I'm slacking because I'm not. We have the Page of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Hanged Man. So there is a new beginning here. If Ace is a brand new beginning, the Page of Wands is something you've done before. This could be a new beginning with an old love. This could be a new beginning at a company. Maybe you're promoted, or maybe you're moving companies and starting a job somewhere else. Because there is a little bit of a burden here. You're feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I don't want to do this anymore. It's too much. I'm at the end of my rope. But the thing about the Ten of Swords is, once you release that burden, once you let go of it all, you get a new beginning. And I think that's why the Page of Wands comes before the Ten of Swords, because they're like, you're letting go of this burden and you're getting this new beginning. You just need a new perspective. You need to think about things a little bit, okay? And I know that sounds a little bit weird, like, what do I need to think about? You need to think about this balance. Going back up here, for these new beginnings to come in, for the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands, you gotta put in this time. You gotta figure out what that balance looks like. Some people think that balance means 50-50. It doesn't at all. Because on top of work and love, you have to put in time for yourself. You have to make sure you have that me time, the self-care. I don't know if anyone else out there is an extrovert like I am. But after being around people, I have to take a deep breath and just go sit in my corner and read a book. I need to get away from people. I need to recharge my social battery before I do it again. And so that's kind of what they're saying here is, when you're thinking about balance, unburden yourself, let this new beginning come in, and think about what balance means to you. Does it mean 40% work, 40% partner, 20% you? Does it mean 25% work, 25% partner, 25% family, 25% you? There's no one who can answer those questions but you. In our diagonal, we have the King of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Hanged Man. It takes a lot of maturity to find balance. It takes a lot of wisdom to be able to look at things in a different perspective and just savor a small victory. It also takes a change of perspective. It takes you to say, okay, you know what? My schedule is 9 to 5 and I was off at 5:15 today. That's a victory. I told my partner I was going to cook them a homemade meal, and I made them chicken nuggets in the microwave. That's still a victory. You still did that at home. You still took the time and the care to make that for them. So we're gonna pull one more card here. Four of Pentacles. In order to attain this balance, there's something you have to let go of, and I have a feeling it's connected to this perception that was really kind of being hammered home. I think you need to let go of this perspective of I can only do one thing, or one thing has to be the most important to me. Because once you let go of that, I think things will start to flow more freely towards you. And you'll get these new beginnings. You'll see everything kind of fall into place for you.